Hey guys, this is Wolfie, and guess what? We got some AIYUK news, sort of. Let's see what we got here. I got my phone, got the little thingy mabub. It says the 49ers and wide receiver Brandon AIYUK had another meeting yesterday. This was yesterday, and talks continue to progress in long-term contract extensions. There has been movement on a deal, but there are some minor details that still need to be ironed out with ownership approval. I don't entirely know what that means. I'm not going to lie to you. What do you mean by I need to get the owner's approval on a certain minor detail? I swear to God, if this is over like a parking spot, I'm gonna practice dodging traffic. It's gonna drive me crazy. So that's pretty much what's happening. That's really the only new news. It doesn't tell you anything. I am a little concerned on hold on, let it load up. What I'm a little confused by is the iron out the minor details. The minor details need to be ironed out with ownership approval. What do you mean by that? Are you saying that it's really just there's just one minor thing and then he's going to sign, or are you just saying there's still the big thing, which is the money, and there's some minor things? It could mean two things here, and I'm not a big fan of that. That's just not. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It doesn't tell me anything. It just tells me more bullshit. I mean, if all this Brandon AIYUK stuff happened and we didn't have all the crap that happened before this August, all these new reports that we're getting with we just got to get these minor details done and stuff like that, I'd be excited. But through all the teasing that we've had throughout this entire offseason, it's just like, does that really mean anything? Is that should I be excited? You know? So it's news, so I thought I'd tell you guys regardless. But it pretty much still means nothing. I would rather the 49ers sign him and get this over with. That'd be great. But I'm in the same boat as I was before I heard this news, and that is just trade him or sign him. If you trade him, I'll be happy. If you sign him, I'll be happy. I don't care. I just want it to be over. I know that maybe like later on, if we'll suffer the consequences and we'll know if that was a bad idea or not to sign him or trade him. But as of now, we all just want some relief from this. Like, I think that honestly, if it turned out bad for us, where like AIYUK turns out to be really great for the Steelers, and we actually kind of needed him a little bit, I think it would be harder for us to go in retrospect and be like, man, go in retrospect and be like, yeah, we probably shouldn't have traded him. But if you think about it, all the shit that we've been through, the drama and stuff like that, especially with how he's acting right now at this point, like taking less than the 49ers are offering you to join the Steelers, that sounds like a load of baloney. That just sounds like he's bluffing 110%. And he's willing to bluff his way into the season, it seems. And what I mean by bluffing is that he's saying he wants to go to another team, but he really doesn't. And that's what I mean by bluffing. Not bluffing as in he's not, going to hold out or anything like that. So it's the whole thing is driving me crazy. So let me go ahead and I'm going to end that and we'll stop talking about AIYUK at that point. That's my opinion on it. You guys got it. If Schultz is right, it really is just waiting on ownership approval. Isn't that just guaranteed money? Well, he's saying minor. He says minor details. So what do you mean by minor details? And then the ownership needs to approve it. Because it doesn't say, it says Brian AIYUK talks continue to progress. It just says long-term contract extension, talks continue to progress. There has been some movement, but there is no like everything is complete. There's just been some minor details that need to be approved by ownership, and then the deal will get done. It doesn't say that. It just says there's been some movement and there's minor details that are to be done that need to be approved by ownership. It doesn't say anywhere in there that, if this gets approved, they're signing. He's signing. So he's really just telling us nothing. So it just it's killing me, man. Not to mention like the week before that, he's definitely being traded. 2 weeks before that, definitely being traded, definitely getting signed in. So, well, then why not say that in the tweet though? If you would say that in the tweet, like considering everything that happened the final thing, it would say the final thing is being ironed out currently right now. It just need approval by the ownership. Wording, you know what I mean? I try to pay attention to the wording. I'm hoping. Hey, I promise you, man, I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying, I'm just standing my ground on this AIYUK shit at this point. Because I cannot take it anymore. yeah, I can't take anything for gospel. I have to be a skeptic about this, and I think all of us need to be. Until it says sign or trade, all of us need to look at every word and just be skeptic. We have to, just to protect our souls. Like fuck. Then, and not to mention, it gets worse when Trent is still out too. But I have to believe, I have to have faith that the biggest problem, which is the offensive line and Trent Williams holding out, will be solved. That is one thing I have to have faith on. I haven't heard anything like dramatic, like the Brandon AIYUK stuff with Trent Williams. I just have to have faith that they're going to get that done, because that is the biggest thing. And we all know that. Every 49ers fan knows that. So let me go ahead and try to reload the news, see if I don't miss anything. Second. 3 hours ago, 2 minutes. Sounds like a conversation between Lynch and it's a joke. Diameter Lenore. Yeah, nothing new. Got nothing new going. I kind of feel like the Trent thing is just pending BA extension. I can agree with that. Because BA is the most complicated thing, and they need to make sure they have the money. And they'll probably like whatever we have left, we'll work with it. It's not off the top of my head. I never really thought about that way. I like that. I think that might be true. That's a good way of looking at it. Strawberry. It's a good way of looking at it. I like that. Anywho, now that we got all that concern out of the way, and everyone else who wants to know about the AIYUK stuff, how I feel about it or whatever, just watch the video later. It's time to move on. Oh, and before I get to the what happened in training camp today with the San Francisco 49ers, we do have some injury news, updates, and stuff like that. If you guys haven't heard, Feliciano will be going on IR on week 1, which means that he will stay on the roster, I believe, for 53-man roster. And then they'll put him on IR week 1, and they'll most likely pick up a player right before week 1 or whatever. So that way, Feliciano, if you were to put him on IR before the cuts, he would go on IR for the rest of the season. So he's going on IR. Hopefully he comes back. I know that Pooney is being a stud, so that's a bright side. The rookie is being an all-star right now. However, Feliciano, I think, would have been the starter. Not only that, we definitely need depth with Banks being hurt, and it's just so bad, dude. We need Feliciano. I think he's good. He was one of the bright spots in our offensive line last year. I know he's old, so he may have fallen back and he may have regressed, but we don't know that. As of now, he was the best player, one of the best players on the offensive line. Right? Because he was stretching, they'll let you know how much cap space. Yeah. Such a bummer, starting with Brendo. Yeah, something like that, because he could play center. He could play right guard, left guard. I think he's played right tackle for like a game, I think, for like a little bit, like a couple snaps. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he played right tackle for a second, and then Burford played right tackle for a second there. I could be wrong, but I think that happened once. So, all right. And then next up, we got Ricky Pearsall. Still has an injured shoulder. I don't know how you hurt yourself consistently like he does when he's not even being contacted. Like, there's like little to no contact, and this dude's getting hurt. I don't understand that. It's not like you hear like he fell after he caught a ball, he landed on his shoulder, or like it was aggressive and he smacked it. It's just like, oh well, his shoulder just hurt one day. It's kind of what happened. And then what else? What else? And then he hurt his hamstring, I believe, earlier before that. Then he had another injury before that. I know he's had 3 injuries this offseason. 3. And he's not coming back this week, even though we heard he was going to come back for this preseason game, but that's not happening. He's probably not even going to be active week 1. He's probably still going to be hurt, according to Dave Lombardi. He believes that he's not going to start week 1 just based on what he's seeing. He would know more about that than I would, so I'm going to take his word for it on that one. Yeah. Strawberry seems weird. Are they going to redshirt? No, I don't see that. They're definitely going to keep him on the roster. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll do that, especially if AIYUK doesn't sign. Maybe if AIYUK signs, they would. I could see them doing that, actually, now that I think about it. If AIYUK signs, I could see them like, hey, Pearsall, we're going to put you on this, and then, we'll get you in there next year for sure. That would suck for him, but however, we would have the room. He next to it's a roster spot. It's a big deal. So got to be more serious than originally stated. Yeah, I mean, if he was like he may come back the next week, I've heard that like 3 times. Oh, he may come back the first preseason game. No, he may come back the second one, the third one. So yeah, you're right. It's constantly. I think what's happening here, it's actually a big injury and it's a big deal. But the 49ers are just trying to soften the blow to the fans because if you tell them that, hey, he's going to be out for sure, everyone's going to be coming out pitchforks and being like, draft bust, why? Even though people are still doing that now, it softens the blow because that pitchfork hunting thing would have happened like a week ago if he told us that he was originally hurt by a lot. But if Brandon Ayuk signs, they could put Pearsall in red shirt and nobody would complain. I don't think anybody would bitch. I don't think anyone would be like, oh, we got Ayuk out there, but what about Pearsall, the first round draft pick you got? Blah, blah, blah. I don't think it would definitely soften the blow. So I think, yeah, if they sign Ayuk. If they don't sign Ayuk and Pearsall goes redshirted, bad. That's bad. That's the worst outcome. That's the worst outcome for sure. So Pearsall's hurt. As I just said, don't know when he's going to come back. That's sad. That's heartbreaking. Thank God Jacob Cowling, though. Jacob Cowling's a stud. I mean, that dude is everywhere. He needs to change his number, by the way. I believe it's 83. Dude's got an ugly-ass number. I believe it's 83. I just want to make sure. I don't want to just go in there and be like, hey. Let me double check. Yeah, he's number 83. That number's ugly, bruh. You need to change that shit. They're already out. Oh, yeah, they're already out those pitchforks. Yeah. Jacob Cowling's number 83. Is it number 83? You need to change that shit to like a I don't know, like a 19 or whatever. Take Trent Williams' number. I think he's got like what? I don't know what Trent's got, but I think he's got a teens number in there somewhere. Take that. Ugh. Number. I'll tell you what. Then, a big one. I forgot. The last like injury news, big update thingy above. Isaac Guerrero came back. Woo! Woo! It's a plus, even though we got a shit ton of running backs. I got that. But knowing that, one rookie is actually going to go out there and play and actually show himself compared to the 2 that possibly been with Guerrero and Pearsall, I'm happy with that. If Guerrero can just ball out and show what he can do, that'd be great. Honestly, though, I'm trying to think if he would make the team if he doesn't perform. Because I already have him making the team now. But if he doesn't show himself from these little practices that are left and the squad, do they keep him? I'm thinking about it. Yeah, they would keep him because it's 4th-round draft pick. I mean, if he was like a 6th or 7th, maybe even a 5th, I just feel like a 4th is a bit much. And I feel like Guerrero would get picked up by another team because they love that speed and that rawness. They would want it. And there's plenty of teams that would probably take a third running back right now and put him in that spot. Running back's going to be tough. Running back's going to be a tough cut. Without a doubt, tough cut. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and watch a couple training camp videos based from Grant Cohn, David Lombardi, and then we'll call it. So I got to get ready. Got to go to the grocery store, get some food, make dinner. I got a whole thing happening. So let's go ahead and watch some Grant Cohn stuff. Got to do grown food. It's absolute bullshit. Why is there no volume? What? Fuck him up. What? Oh, I'm gonna do my stuff. Why are you chewing like a bitch? Aren't you tired? You're gonna strike a chord, and it's probably a minor. All right, here we go. We get copyrighted for singing that song, I bet. Shit. All right, Grant Cohn. I'm gonna tell you about the day. Kind of vibe. Cramp. Oh, that's what I get for talking shit. God, it's like right there in my back. Oh, Oh, that was weird, yo. That was like a tightness thing that's happened there. All right.
Of training camp, and it was kind of a half day. I mean, from the beginning to the end, practice was an hour, and none of the backups participated in team drills. They had a practice like this about a week ago. Today, Brock Purdy was great. He was 13 to 16. He had a 60-yard touchdown pass deep down the field to Robbie Chosen.
Woo!
Diamador Lenore, who's been the
MVP
at camp. It kind of just shows that it felt like the Niners defense was going through the motions today. I mean,
you look at that shit. Look at that smugness, man.
I feel like the whole team was going through the motions today. They played 2 days ago. The backups weren't participating, and the defense wasn't really participating either. So, good day for Purdy. Great day for Isaac Guerendo. Never thought I would say those words back to back to back, but great day for Isaac Guerendo. Finally healthy. Played extensively with the starters and had 10-yard gain after 10-yard gain. He seemed fast and healthy and decisive. Like, forget everything you thought you knew about Isaac Guerendo. Now I feel like not only is he going to make the team, but he's going to be an all-pro this year because he had one good practice. I think he had 4 carries. So based on those 4 carries, I
just got to know, why do you have to be like that? If he's having a great day, be like, hey, he came back from injury and he showed himself. He's a stud. He did his thing. Is he going to be like an all-pro and all that? No, that's just a little too much. But he showed up today. Isn't that hard? Like, you're still being real. You're being honest without being mean, like, or being smug. Or I got to stop criticizing this man because he will never change. And it's like the thing I have to do. I have to stop. But it's so hard because it's like, it seems like you're going out of your way. And it's just, Jesus Christ, man. Like, analysis, not fucking, like, this is not a roast. This is not a roast.
But I'm like, I should have been. And I probably should be right now. I can absolutely tell that that's an all-pro running back, Isaac Guerendo. Yeah, I'm sold. He's really good. Who else? You want to know about Brandon AIYUK? Was he here today? No, absolutely not. Why wasn't he here today? I don't know. You tell me. Every 2 hours, Adam Schefter comes up with an update saying there's no update. So my update is that there's no update.
You literally take every tweet, every little made-up thing that Adam Schefter does, anyone does, anything, and then you run it into the ground. You're live right now, pushing a narrative of breaking news that what Brandon AIYUK, the whole minor details thing right now. You have been pushing this train all off season. I'm going to fucking die of a heart attack. Bro, you're the one that's spreading the information. All right, I'm done. I promise.
He wasn't here today. I don't know what he was wearing.
I promise
he was
you.
at in a meeting, doing things, but he wasn't on the field. Probably that means that he is getting traded on September 7th at 3:17 a.m. Right? I don't know.
Oh, God, thank God that's over. Fuck, dude. You could see the life taken from me. All right. Okay. Let's move on to the next day. Let's check out David Lombardi's response and see what he has to say. But it's good to hear that Isaac Guerendo is doing good. Brock Purdy did good against the defense. Chosen beating Lenore is a pretty big deal, I think. So, boom. Yes, I agree. He literally doesn't know how not to do that. There's ways to be critique and be real without clowning and roasting everybody and then being sarcastic all the time. And it's just ridiculous, dude. Yep, Papa J. Yeah. All right, let's get to the David Lombardi. David Lombardi. See what he has to say. I watched this one already, but I kind of watched it, actually. I didn't watch it. I kind of watched it. It was in the background while I was getting ready. So David Lombardi. Oh, forgot to say hi, Papa J. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Sorry, just really in it, man. Just really in it. Totally forgot. All right. An 8-minute instant reaction. Let's go. It's not 10 minutes, which is the bright side of things. All right. Hey, we got some good conversations happening in the chat. Like that. Boom. I gotta say, Lombardi needs to, if he's gonna have subscribe Lombardi on the bottom right corner of the screen, you might want to make that bigger. I could barely see that shit.
49ers practice today, and the highlight was a touchdown bomb, a 60-yarder from Brock Purdy to Robbie Chosen. And this was first team work against the first team defense. Deometer Lenore and the safety Jair Brown were in on the coverage. Perfect rainbow shot from Brock Purdy. And Robbie Chosen's an interesting player because as far as just straight line speed goes, he might be the 49ers' fastest target. Now, he's slight of frame. He's got those skinny legs and obviously doesn't have as much muscle on his upper body. So I don't know how effective of a blocker he'll be. I know that's really important for the 49ers. But as we saw today, the guy can be a burner. The guy has been a burner at the NFL level. And the 49ers might want that dynamic, at least in their building. Maybe for the practice squad, it makes a lot of sense for Robbie Chosen. But nice pass from Brock Purdy. That was the highlight of practice today. So were the returns of Isaac Guerendo and Patrick Taylor Jr., the two running backs. Guerendo from the hamstring, Taylor from the foot injury. You could tell that it was.
I didn't know Taylor was hurt.
Big emphasis from
I thought they just weren't playing him.
These guys re-involved right away. So the very first play of team drills.
Now that I know Patrick Taylor is hurt and then Guerendo is hurt, now I know why. Now I know why. Breida was taking snaps. I was like, well, we got Pete Taylor out there, right? And I didn't do my research. That's my failure on that. I just assumed they weren't playing him. So that's my fault. But hearing that, now I know why they were playing Breida. It's like, why is Breida out there, not fucking Taylor, dude? If Guerendo is hurt, why not?
Was a pitch right to Guerendo. Looked like he shot out of a cannon with those fresh legs. The second play was a pitch left to Patrick Taylor Jr. A little bit later, Guerendo caught a pass out of the backfield. As I said, he looks fresh. He hasn't been around since the second day of this training camp. The key for him moving forward is going to be to keep that hamstring healthy. That's what's kept him out here over camp. And that also sidelined him a couple times during college. So that's going to be an important part of the professional progression.
Oh, this is a reoccurring injury, huh?
Fourth-round picks who had just an amazing relative athletic score. I mean, he's a 4.3 guy, maybe a 4.4 guy, but 220 pounds with a blazing fast 40. That's why a lot of people compared his athleticism profile to Saquon Barkley's. You can see why the 49ers are so excited about him, even though he only started one game in college.
Did he say does the same profile as Saquon Barkley? Did I hear that? Did I hear that he just could? That's, I know Saquon Barkley hasn't been the greatest player like last year. He had some stud moments. That's quite the comparison, my man.
So I could also tell why fans are so intrigued by Isaac Guerendo. But A, he's got to stay healthy, and then B, he's got to show that he could develop the nuances that allow him to succeed at the NFL level. It was funny because Christian McCaffrey today was one of the many players working off on the side. McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, another running back. Isaac Yiadom looks like he's close to coming back from the ankle. I think McCaffrey is really close to coming back from the calf injury. Jawan Jennings,
keep him sitting though.
He was even in his jersey as he was working off on the side, so he should be back soon. Mitch Wishnowsky was doing some slight cutting on the sideline, and Ricky Pearsall was playing catch. You can check out the other video I put up for the update on Ricky Pearsall, who's not going to return to practice this week. But as Christian was watching, he was, playing catch with one of the 49er staffers. And before every single play that Christian was playing catch during, he was like, "Hey, hold up. Don't throw me the ball." And he turns and he looks, and he did not want to miss a single play of action at practice today. So that tells me a couple things. A, Christian McCaffrey is obviously a good teammate, wants to see guys like Isaac Guerendo in his room play, wants to see Patrick Taylor Jr. play, wants to watch Brock Purdy. But B, I think that Christian is really, really chomping at the bit to get back out there because he really did not want to miss a play of practice. I think he's already getting his mind situated into the speed of how the 49ers are operating. Another cool moment at practice today. Dante Whitner, obviously a member of the media now, does some stuff for NBC Sports Bay Area, and Frank Gore
Dante
is back
Whitner's a
with the
beast
49ers
back then.
organization, former teammates on those great Harbaugh teams. Those two guys were watching part of practice together out on the field. A few catches for Deebo Samuel, couple catches for George Kittle. I thought Purdy was relatively sharp today. 49ers also ran a red zone period where we saw them I thought the defense was a little bit better in the red zone. Trent Taylor made a catch on an out pattern. Taylor had what looked to be a touchdown run. It's tough to tell when they're not tackling and they're not in pads. But I thought in that red zone period, there were a couple coverage wins for the defense. We'll put it that way. And Brock Purdy just threw the ball away. So that's the 49ers update from today, or the instant reaction, I guess I should say, from today. We'll have a full show a little bit later when I'm back.
That was your instant reaction, but this is an 8-minute video, though.
In San Francisco, the week is abbreviated for the 49ers. They play the Raiders on Friday. I don't think they like the schedule here in the preseason. I think they wish they could have had a full dress rehearsal week. They've shifted their practice times already to their times that they're going to see in the regular season this week. So technically, maybe training camp is over, but for all intents and purposes, because it's a short week and because they're not game planning for this game in the way that they normally do for the dress rehearsal, the 49ers, I think, are considering this a continuation of training camp. Only 2 practices this week, today, tomorrow, and then they're going to walk through on Thursday before the game in Vegas against the Raiders on Friday, which will see Purdy and at least some starters play, at least a little bit, try to knock off some of that rust before the September 9th season opener.
Don't want to hear that part. I understand that Purdy's going to play. He's got to play, got to get some reps in. But I'm sure all of us 49ers fans can agree that him playing the last preseason game with the offensive line that he had, the weapons that he had against a starting defense, was a stupid decision. The more I sat on, I didn't like it at first. I was like, that's kind of scary. That's stupid. He's getting pushed around and just beat up and stuff. And I was like, okay, he does need to get some practice, and there is a lot of missing offensive linemen. But the more I thought about it and I sat on it, I was like, but then why not put Kittle out there who can block a little bit? You know, Juwan Jennings is a good blocker, someone that can help him out, that has some experience. There was nobody, just Brendel and McKivitz. And that, I don't like that, man. I understand, and with Jalen Barry saying that he's going to most likely play next preseason and some starters. Now, is it the same some starters like last week, or is it actually like some starters? So, always a pleasure out there. Hey, you too, man. You too. Since they're not playing for the game, is it going to look like a clusterfuck or what? No, it's going to look like a typical preseason game, in my opinion. I don't think any team's really, looking to make it look fucked up or anything like that. I wouldn't say so. Yes, very stupid. Very stupid. So anyway, that is David Lombardi's opinion there. So we just got through on that. Practice was good today for Brock Purdy, and practice was good today for Isaac Guerrero, and apparently Patrick Taylor may have gotten a touchdown earlier, which is pretty cool. What else good thing that happened? Robbie Chosen probably made the practice squad doing what he did. What else? What was good? And apparently the defense wasn't very good, or may have taken the day off. Okay, I gotta stop. Anyway, so it was a good day of practice, and that's something I like to hear. Dude, don't say that. Did you just say that? What? He got hurt? Did I hear that? I didn't hear that in the. What? Is he fine though? Oh god, these injuries, dude, are just. It sucks. Being a fan of a football team, dude, holy crap, bro. It could suck the life out of you when you get constant bad news. Oh, he's got an oblique injury. Oh. I'm so tired of these injuries. Yeah, injuries oblique. Cost half the game on Sunday. Jesus Christ. I gotta start like taking notes at these fucking press conferences. Nothing that'll keep me out long term. That's good. Yeah, I didn't see anything there. It said a minor oblique injury. I just heard about that and I forgot about it also. Yeah, it's just so many injuries, dude. Like it's sometimes just hard to keep track of them all. But yeah, I just heard about the oblique injury now. So that's crazy. That's crazy. So anyway. All right, I think we covered everything else. We got all the injuries out of the way. We got the training out of the way. We talked about Brandon AIYUK's situation. Hopefully he gets signed so that maybe we could redshirt Pearsall so that whatever's going on with him, he can actually heal himself. If not, if we don't sign AIYUK, you got to force the issue with Pearsall, man. You cannot not force the issue with Pearsall. So if doing what you did in the draft, you have to if you don't sign AIYUK. You have to. I guess whether it's liked or not, Charlie is in. That's Papa J's man right there. He dropped a touchdown. He didn't look that great. See, I feel bad for the guy. All right, but Pearsall injured was also mild. 3 weeks. That's true. That's true. But I feel like if you told, just as like the pushback at the top of my head based on just responding to what you said there. I feel like if you told me that Juwan Jennings got a minor injury or a serious injury or whatever, I feel like it would still hurt. It would suck. But I feel like I would take it less than Pearsall being hurt because the draft capital and what he's supposed to be. And yeah. But that's just push back on the top of my head. I'm sorry, Bob, but I hope not. Yes. Papa J here, not to put him on blast, is a big fan of Trent Taylor. I liked him when we first had him, but it's times has changed, my man. I almost made a short on him when I did the Deadpool short that I made earlier, where it was like, I'm back. And he's like, fuck. I was going to put Trent Taylor. Let's go 49ers fans right now. But I don't know if a lot of people would get that. So I kind of just kept it to myself. I didn't think a lot of people would get it. So I just made it about Tom Brady. So, but definitely Trent Taylor's his man. That's his guy. I liked Cowing coming out of college. That was my guy. I'm glad that he's working out as a steal. And then I was excited about Green. The thing about Pearsall is I was excited about him coming out once everyone like got all their emotions out on social media after we drafted Pearsall and everything else. I got myself pumped about it. I was still a little bummed because I still think offensive line was a bigger thing, but I got pumped about it. I was like, okay, he looks good. He's catching balls. He's never been hurt. He's the guy we're looking for. He's part of this. And then he just constantly gets hurt. So that's probably the biggest disappointment, I think. That's the biggest disappointment, I think, when it comes to the rookie. So Cowing's going to be a stud. If we don't have AIYUK back, at least we'll have our deep threat. We have a bunch of receivers and stuff like receivers, even running backs, tight ends that can do intermediate and shorts. Cowing, if he could just replace that trait of the deep ball, there you go. I mean, you're not getting it. It's kind of like Moneyball. You're not getting AIYUK in like one giant, like just in one player, but you are getting his deep play in one player in Jacob Cowing. You're getting his short routes in like Juwan Jennings, Kittle, and stuff like that. So you can get AIYUK from different players, but you have to play Moneyball essentially with that. So, but I'd much rather just sign AIYUK. So. All right, before I get off, let me do one last Brandon AIYUK check. That way, I leave no stone unturned here, y'all. All right, latest 6 minutes ago. Oh, God, it just feels like AIYUK is going nowhere, according to Matt Miyako. I say that with such a weird enunciation. Is it just me, or does Kyle seem to be smiling more? With all due respect to him as a person and a player, I'm sick of hearing about Brandon AIYUK trade rumors or contract negotiations. Okay, that's the latest. As of what time is it? 3:45, August 20th. Just little under 3 weeks left of the season. Jeez, we're cutting it tight with this Trent Williams and AIYUK shit. There's one more thing I wanted to bring up. I think I brought it up earlier, but I want to talk about when it comes to AIYUK. if it really is true that Brandon Ayuk, if the Steelers were offered just a little under $28 million to him, and the San Francisco 49ers after 30, and then Ayuk's like, well, I'm just going to abandon Steelers. I'm going to go talk to these 49ers. All right, let's keep talking about money now. Nah, bro. Take the $30 million. Nah, dude. That is significantly more. Take that shit. Dude, what could you possibly want? What could you possibly want that couldn't be worked out in minor details? I just don't understand, dude. These reports are killing me, y'all. Reports are killing me. Yeah, this rookie class is looking like the best rookie class that Kyle Shanahan's had. And he's had some good ones. He's had a couple. But if Ricky Pearsall can figure it out and get healthy again, this would be definitely, because they rarely, I have to go check, but it seems rarely the 49ers hit on first rounders. So if they hit in this first rounder, and it looks like they hit on Green, it looks like they hit on Puny, it looks like they hit on Mustafa, it looks like they hit on Cowing, and potentially Garendo, and maybe even Kingston and Nugent, undrafted free agent, Mahoney, this draft class. Papa J with the power thumbs up. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. I appreciate y'all. It's a ride every time I come on here. I love the conversation. Strawberries Rax, you're awesome. Appreciate you, brother. Papa J, thank you for joining. And you made it this time. You made it. You weren't late. To be fair, it was like 10:30 at night last time. But one last question before I dip. If Brandon signs a 1 year, not a question, but a comment. If Brandon signs a 1 year deal with the 49ers and they win the Super Bowl with him, he will be worth 35 or more. True. I think something like, yeah, the wide receiver market would probably skyrocket it up. Yes, we did. This is huge. This draft class is huge. If this draft class wasn't good, our team would probably be worse than last year. Because we literally have rookies starting. So big deal. This rookie draft class I'm excited about. So, all right, guys, sub if you like the content. If you watch this video later, like if you like the video. If you watch this video later, thank you all so much. All love, fam, and I will see you at the next let's go Niners! See you at the next motherfucking video.